I think Aaron Rodgers made plays when he had to make plays. I think Aaron Jones had a heck of a year. But for me, I think going into the offseason, I think what Aaron Rodgers sees is in December, he said he can see the 18th hole. He only has a couple years left. If they can retool that team, get him a couple more weapons, I think Aaron is very excited to get back into this thing. Even though yesterday was a steamroll, they ran into a buzzsaw. I think the Packers are in good hands for the next couple years at least.
I mean, that window is closing. He only has a year or two to try and close the deal because everybody around him is getting better. Everybody else has the young, cheap quarterback. You still have the Saints there. They have a tough division they have to go through. And we may have seen the last. This may be his best last chance to kind of win because we know that next year San Francisco is going to come of age even more, and all these young guys are going to get more experience. You know that you have Seattle still there. They're going to get better. This may be the last that we've seen of Aaron Rodgers, and it's sorry to say that.
Yeah, listen, windows are always a part of the conversation. Like, we get it. He's been a part of windows for 15 years. He's been a part of that division for 15 years. Everyone is going to bury Aaron Rodgers, and everyone is going to say Aaron Rodgers is never going to be back and this and that. Ask yourself this. If you put Aaron Rodgers on the Chiefs, when you guys want to talk about how good of a football...
How are you going to do that, though?
Let me finish.
Too much cheese on the taco.
You talk about how good the Chiefs are. If Aaron Rodgers is on the Chiefs, are they probably in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they are, Dan.
If Aaron Rodgers is on San Francisco, are they in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'll answer. Yeah.
So they have to draft better, which they have drafted one really good skill player since 2014, Devontae Adams. Aaron Jones trending that way. So you got to draft better, and they put all their free agent money into defense. So as long as you get him some pieces, I'll say it again, don't doubt greatness, because Aaron Rodgers is the same guy we had the conversation about 12 years ago. Is he one of the greatest of all time? And also, when you take talented people, inconsistency versus incapability. Rodgers is still capable of balling. The fact that he took this team to the NFC title game. When he didn't have many pieces around him is just a teaser to what they can become in the next 2 years.
Well, the fact that he did it partly is because Kirk Cousins is the guy we thought he was, obsolete of the New Orleans Saints game. That's number one. But I don't think the window is about Aaron Rodgers.
What did Kirk do to get a shot right there?
He didn't beat the Green Bay Packers.
Okay,
that's what he did.
All right.
Anyway, the window is not about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is good enough. I think we all agree. We watch football. We understand. The window is about everybody else. This conversation never really revolves around if a guy is good enough or not. It's clear cut when a guy ain't the same. Aaron Rodgers made 2 throws in that game yesterday that only a few quarterbacks can make in the NFL. He still has the ability to do those type of things. To Bart's point, everybody else is coming of age now. It's just like the conversation I told you about with Phillip Rivers, G. Phillip Rivers had good enough teams. He was a good enough quarterback to make it to Super Bowls. Phillip Rivers' only damn problem was Peyton Manning and Tom Brady was who he had to beat to get to the Super Bowl. That's what's happening to Aaron Rodgers now. It's not that he can't do it. He's about to start having 2 or 3 teams every year that he's going to have to go through this gauntlet to try to get there, and possibly not because the team is a better team than the team that he has.
They won the game in dominant fashion. Mostert had the kind of day you never forget. But Bob Greasy in Super Bowl VIII was the last time a team attempted fewer
I know where you're going. They're going to have to throw the damn ball more than 8 times.
This is what I'm saying.
We just finished talking about who Dan think the greatest player to ever play any sport in the history of sports. We know Patrick Mahomes is going to put pressure on San Fran. And that pressure is going to be created for Jimmy Garoppolo to respond. Here's what I go back to. We watched him against the Saints have the ability to go blow for blow with Drew Brees. That's the only thing that gives you confidence in this game. Because if you came into this game thinking that you're going to line up and run the ball and outscore the Kansas City Chiefs, you are dead wrong. Now, who has a better chance? San Fran, because they can rush the passer with 4. Please rush the passer.
They might need 5. They might need 5.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that was so impressive about what San Francisco did from a defensive standpoint when I'm looking at the game. Not one time was a D lineman able to go north and south. Everything they had to do was east and west and try to tackle guys in space. Bart can tell you, when your defensive coordinator says, guys, we have to get off blocks and play 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and your shoulders are going this way instead of this way, you giving up 200 yards, boss. And it's an ugly day the next day in the building. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.